What's up, y'all? It's your boy Master Mike here, and I am back to doing my movie reviews. I know it's been a minute since I've been I've been so busy for the past couple months, but I'm back now. Hopefully I can do these reviews as much as I can, and I decided to do Thunderbolts first because Thunderbolts is one of my highly anticipated movies of this year, and sure, I gotta be honest, this movie might be one of my top 10s. I ain't gonna hold you. So this is the kind of movie that would be directed by James Gunn, who is one of my favorite filmmakers. Because I know, I think 10 years ago, shortly after he directed Guardians of the Galaxy, he expressed interest to do Thunderbolts. I don't know what happened for all these years, but I know at some point he did Suicide Squad, and he decided not to do Thunderbolts anymore, apparently. But honestly though, like, this movie feels very A24 than, okay, shorter plot given Guardians of the Galaxy or Suicide Squad, but it feels more A24 movies, especially Lois, the one who played Yelena, described it at A24 movies. Shoot, there was even a trailer that shows off, giving vibes of A24 movies, and the people that worked on Thunderbolts worked on many of A24 movies, and so that I love A24 movies. They're all great movies, so that's definitely shows that this movie is way different from any other Marvel movie I've seen, and I really appreciate how it really stands out from any other Marvel movies that we've seen before. And I feel like this kind of movie that you have to stress about doing what homework or whatever. You gotta watch movies like, I don't know, Black Widow or Falcon and Winter Soldier to understand Thunderbolts. But honestly though, I mean, it kind of explains it. It kind of explains it in character depth in Thunderbolts. So I definitely do appreciate that, because for those who haven't really seen stuff like Black Widow or Ant-Man and the Wasp or whatever. So I really appreciate that. And I love how each character, at first they obviously didn't get along, they didn't want to have nothing to do with each other, but then, but I suddenly, realized who they were working with, Valentina, and they, Valentina betrayed them. Valentina wants them all dead because Valentina thinks they're losers. Obviously Yelena, U.S. agent, Ghost, and Bob, all joined forces together to defeat Valentina. And eventually Winter Soldier, Bucky, joined forces with them too. When Valentina had Bob, and Mel lets Bucky know that she was going to use Bob, basically turn against the Thunderbolts. And I just really enjoyed the movie, and I like how whenever Bob basically basically interacts with characters, like for example Yelena, we really see the regret of their past, their dark past. Like for example, U.S. agent. I mean, we all know what happened. For those who haven't seen the Falcon and Winter Soldier, what happened in episode 4, I believe, by the end of episode 4, where he basically murders a man with his shield, and people, basically review him as, basically everyone looks up to Captain America, and obviously the U.S. agent is not Captain America. So, and then for Yelena, she feels isolated and depressed because after the death of Black Widow, Natasha, but that was like way before before Natasha even died. It was on her first mission, where she had to, kill somebody, and she had no intention of killing anybody. And I just really relate. I just really feel each of the characters' emotions, and I really enjoyed it first. So also I love how the end of I think it was like act dressing, where all where Yelena goes against Bob because the boys started taking over New York City. So Yelena just goes to the boat and just try to rescue. Basically, she confronts her own past to get to Bob, and basically tell Bob that he matters. And Bob, why he confronts the past, and then Bob lets him know that he matters. And then all the other characters I just really enjoy the movie, and I just think it's one of my top 10. It just feels so real, so human. And I know there's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that basically captures that kind of emotions, or Spider-Man No Way Home, where Peter lost Aunt May. But like, this movie just feels so real, grounded, and human and raw, and I just really enjoyed it. I kind of now there was there are a few things I did wish they did, because I could have sworn there was rumors about it, but I kind of wish it was R-rated so they can really go all out. Especially with Deadpool and Wolverine came out last year, I was just hoping there'd be more R-rated movies, but it's PG-13, and but it's an Avengers movie anyway, so I feel like it probably would have hurt the box office if if it were R-rated. But and also I was also hoping we see Bucky confront his past, fighting his old self, but again, it's a movie about Yelena and relationship with Bob and everything, so it's fine. So, but either way, I enjoyed the movie. This movie, and it did set up some Avengers movie and Fantastic Four. So definitely sit back and just wait for that one. It's definitely worth sitting for. I really enjoyed the movie, and yeah, that's all I can say. All the actors did their thing. I really think Lois did her own thing as Yelena. I seen her in Dune, and she played Yelena before, Hawkeye and then Black Widow. And so I really enjoyed the movie. So if you have to check out Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, definitely check it out. And then if you did, I'd love to hear your comments below.